Unusual ring setup in the recent history of boxing, as Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis are separated by a cordon of security forces. And now ring announcer Timmy Lennon Jr. and Michael Buffer will start it off.
Memphis, Tennessee. It is time for our historic night of boxing and our long-awaited, much-anticipated featured bout of the evening. This bout coming away is brought to you by Lion Promotions, Main Events, and Fight Night, Inc. in association with Prize Fight Promotions, as presented by the undisputed King of Beers, Budweiser.
Boxing fans, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. It's the Rumble on the River. Tonight here in Memphis, Tennessee, we will turn the page to another chapter in the history book of boxing legends. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. 12 rounds of boxing for the linear, legitimate, and universally recognized, undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, the International Boxing Federation, the International Boxing Organization, and the great state of Tennessee.
Representing the WBC, President Jose Suleiman, Supervisors General Kovet Paktipum and Rex Ross Walker. For the IBF President Marion Muhammad, Supervisor Linda Torres. The IBO President and Supervisor Ed Levine, and the Tennessee Commerce and Insurance Commissioner is Ann Pope.
The three judges assigned to ringside scoring this contest on the 10 points must system are from South Africa, Alfred Bukwana, from Thailand, Anik Hongtongkam, and from Belgium, Bob Logis. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action from the United States, Eddie Cotton.
All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, the time for talk is over. The time to fight is here. It's the time we've all been waiting for. Live from the Pyramid in Memphis, it's fight time! Introducing to you first the challenger on my right. He is fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing his traditional solid black trunks and hailing from Catskill, New York. He weighed in at 234 1/2 pounds with a record of 49 wins, 3 losses, 2 no contests. He has 43 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the youngest man ever to win the heavyweight title, currently ranked the #1 contender by the WBC. Please welcome tonight's challenger, the explosive 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the one and only Iron Mike Tyson.
And hiding out of the red corner, wearing white, trimmed with red letters, and officially weighing 249 1/4 pounds. He captured Olympic gold in 1988. Now, as a professional, he has 39 victories, including 30 knockouts and 3 world titles. He has 2 defeats and a draw, all by way of rematch have been changed to victories, making him one of the few men in boxing history to have virtually defeated every man he has ever faced. Ladies and gentlemen, from London, England, presenting the 3-time world champion, the linear, legitimate, and universally recognized, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis. Now, step forward when the bell rings. Only one will be Destiny's hero. Only one will pass from heavyweight greatness to heavyweight legend. So now there's only one thing left to say. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
19 years ago, 17-year-old Lennox Lewis, then a Canadian amateur star, was taken to upstate New York to spar with 16-year-old Mike Tyson. They lived in the same room for a week, sparred every day in the gym. As Lewis puts it, he bloodied my lip, and I busted up his mouth. Now they get together again as professionals, as Tyson's late trainer Costomato had predicted they would. And here we go. Tyson jabbing and moving his head early.
Tyson working in behind the double jab. That's what he said he was going to get back to.
Lewis with his own jab, but punching from the back seat. Backing up a little, unlike what Manny Stewart told him to do. Big uppercut for Lewis. He thinks Tyson's hurt.
What happened there? Mike charged a little prematurely. Got off balance, and Lennox took his shot.
It's been a long time since Mike Tyson has been hit with a puncher who has the kind of power Lennox Lewis has. Tyson gets in a left hook. Lewis counters with a right as Tyson misses wildly with a second left.
Lennox is going to have to hold on, but Mike's coming in behind punches. Look, we're going to see a lot at this fight. The attrition factor is going to become big. Lennox is going to lean on Mike, try and frustrate and hold him, tie him up excessively.
All right, stop it. Come on, stop it. Come on.
Tyson trying to get to Lewis's body with the left hook. Lewis wrapping Tyson up when he gets inside. No expert expected Lewis to try to fight inside with Tyson.
Right now, Lewis isn't trying to fight at all. He's just trying to sort of thwart the punches by stepping into them and smothering them, and then hold on.
Jab by Lewis. Tyson rocks him with a left hook. Lewis doing a lot of holding in the first minute and 40. Tyson half blocked Lewis's right-hand shot. Mike not jabbing his way in, though, Bobby, just walking in.
Well, he's trying to jab his way in, but he's trying to get the right hand to land somewhere, too. To hurt Lennox so he can get the left-hand combination following.
Big left hand by Tyson after the jab by Lewis.
And he worked that hook off a jab.
This time it's Tyson who grabs Lewis as Lennox was about to fire the uppercut.
Lennox is looking to try and time Mike with that right hand. There you saw it. But Lennox is backing up a little too much.
Big right hand over the top by Lewis. Grabs Tyson as Mike falls inside.
Lennox is laying on the back of Mike's neck quite a bit. He'll be telling on Mike's back later in the fight.
One punch at a time. Neither fighter has put together a coherent combination in the first round.
This man ain't much on a fight. Just settle down. If you really would see how bad he looks, it would be surprising. Settle down. Get yourself together. Start working your jab. You took all of the anger and slowed him down already by wrestling and tying him up. Okay? Just take your time. Don't let him fight the fight that he's trying to make you fight. Take your time, get to work at your jab. If you hit him with the right hands and uppercuts. Just slow down.
Maybe two. If you can get two in, that's fine, okay? But don't let this guy try to tire you out. Relax yourself. I'm telling him.
Just stay cool.
We hollering at him, okay? Okay, just relax yourself, baby. That was a good round. You won the first round, okay?
Double jab like we worked on, step up and control the second jab. You got this
Every
guy.
time you get one. Now look, start using your face now. He's trying to load up with right hands on that. He's gonna try to come on top first and then uppercut, okay? Be fast, baby. Be fast.
Tyson, concerned between rounds about Lewis holding him and putting his weight on him, asked Ronnie Shields to talk to referee Eddie Cotton. Shields just turned around and made that comment to Cotton, who ignored him and said, come back and fight.
Well, the first round, Mike was technically the effective aggressor because Lewis wasn't really aggressive. He threw more punches. He landed a few more. Got to give him the first round, but not by a lot.
And now the crowd approves as Cotton warns Lewis for holding. The first warning.
Nice and easy, Mike. Nice and easy. Come on.
Uppercut, half blocked.
Yeah, the uppercut landed on the elbow of Mike coming in because he got his hands tight. Even there, not really hitting a lot on the way in. It seems that Lennox is more concerned with finding which arm to grab first rather than get his punches in.
Jab by Lewis. He hasn't really gotten it going. Now he starts to work in rhythm. Tyson lunging, firing with the left hook. Lewis was gone.
Pick it up. Nice and easy. Come on, pick it up.
Tyson fighting at a measured pace, not the whirlwind that some expect. Lewis seems to believe that the uppercut is going to be a big weapon for him here.
It has to be. The big man gets leverage with the uppercut. Mike's coming in, he's ducking down under the punches and walk right into it. But there, Mike, even with the double jab that he's short, he needs to throw the right hand. As Lennox dips with that right uppercut, Mike needs to fire a straight right hand. You catch Lennox on the way in.
Lennox seems so eager to throw the uppercut that he may throw it from outside. That can be a mistake if your opponent counters it with the right timing. And Eddie Cotton warning Lewis a second time about holding. Point deductions could be coming.
He hit Mike with that uppercut clean, rocked Mike's head.
Get out!
The uppercut is good. Lewis's more dangerous right-hand punch is the overhand right. That's his bigger bomb. As round two progresses, Mike Tyson is falling into a pattern of lunging and throwing one punch at a time, Bobby.
He's not using the jab. There he's trying to use it, but not using it well. He's got to step to it. He can't worry if the jab lands. He's just got to get him to the inside where he's got to fire the right to the body, to the jaw, and follow with the left.
At that time, as they joined together, Lewis held his arms in the air as if to say, I'm not the one who's holding, Eddie. Uppercut and a left hook from Lewis. He doesn't throw it all that often.
A nice right hand uppercut and the left hook was beautiful. Mike put it on the chin very well. But this round is all Lennox Lewis.
All Lennox Lewis in round two, and increasingly so as the round progressed.
Okay, look, champion, look, listen to me. Remember I told you, you cannot let this man throw too many jabs at you without you coming back with something, right? Okay, look, you started using your face, but you quit jabbing. You have to be in this man's chest. You understand? Make this a very ugly fight now, okay? I want you right in.
The changes. He's slowing down real bad.
35? It's 35 that round. Left hand. Keep your hands
Work
up.
the jab. The jab is pumping now. The jab is pumping. That's what you waited for. Right there.
Keep your hands up, baby. Keep
Fighting
your
the
right hand up.
masterpiece that round. Dude, you're on your way.
Mouthpiece. There you go. There you
You're
go.
on your way, baby.
Seconds out.
Round three begins. After seeming to control the tempo in round one, Mike Tyson slowed considerably in round two. Lennox Lewis got his jab working. You heard Emmanuel Stewart say, just keep it up.
Lennox Lewis made the adjustments in the second round. Now Mike needs to remake adjustments on his side.
Now Lewis not holding, but rather just pushing Tyson off.
Right, Mike's got to come back in behind the jab and fire. He can't just try and hit him with the jab. The jab is not meant to just be a point getter for Mike. It's meant to close the distance and put something in Lennox's face to worry about.
Punch out, get out, get out, get out.
And you heard Ronnie Shields say, get into his chest and make it an ugly fight. The more they fight from this range, the more Lewis's chances increase.
All right, stop him, stop. Step back.
Mike can't win the fight at that distance. If Lennox Lewis can set the distance of this fight, Mike has no chance. He has to shut the gap down, get inside, bring the fight to where he's comfortable.
Does he look eager enough to do it?
Mike looks like he's waiting too much. It doesn't look like he's found his rhythm. Lennox Lewis's jab is finding his mark more and more often.
Lewis picking Mike Tyson off with the jab as Mike tries to step in, able to keep Tyson at long range so far in round 3.
Get out. Come on.
Lewis no longer seems to be trying to hit Tyson with anything big, Bobby. He's just tapping him.
Well, the jab is a pretty stiff jab, not a real shotgun jab, but it's a pretty stiff jab. Popping Mike's head up, and then when he comes in, Mike, he just ties him up.
Come on, stop it.
You can almost see Lewis trying to fight his natural tendency to go backward. His mind wants to go forward, his body wants to lean back.
And I sometimes think his body wants to go forward, his mind keeps pulling his body back because he's worried about getting hit with those shots.
There is blood around the right eye of Mike Tyson. Tyson blinking a little bit and looking momentarily distracted by what seems to be a nick somewhere near his right eye. That would be the product of Lewis's jab. And there's a huge left hook by Tyson, but Lewis took it well.
Lewis took it well. Didn't seem to be anything there.
Punch out. Stop punching.
That was Mike's best punch of the fight. But the Lewis chin held up. And now Tyson begins to paw at the blood on his right eye, and Lewis busts him with the right hand. Look at Lewis dropping his hands to his waist.
Let's go. Pick it up.
Well, you know what?
Come on, let's go.
More than one man has gotten cocky and lost because of it. Not the time or the man to do it against.
That's where Lewis was holding his hands when Hasim Rahman knocked him out in South Africa.
I rest my case.
As Tyson goes to the corner, his cut man is Dr. Ira Traki, a far superior choice to what was the case in Tokyo against James Buster Douglas, where Tyson's eyes swelled while his corner fiddled.
Look, you got to relax yourself. Give me a towel.
Real relax.
Nice and relaxed. Now, Mike, look, listen to me. Now, look, you let this guy have his way on the outside. You understand? Don't let this man have his way on the outside. You got to be close to this man. You understand? You got to stay close. When you get close, shoot your uppercuts and go to the body with this man. Okay? Use your feet.
He can't deal with nothing coming to him. This fight's going to be over with if you do. You sit down and get yourself together.
Drink.
You can't just be content just to do this here and do this here. And shoot that damn uppercut some. The man is tired.
Watch Lennox Lewis use that jab really effective. Popping Mike right on the eye. Popping Mike right off the side of the head. That jab very effective in that round, and the round previous probably is what opened that cut.
So as round 4 begins, Lennox Lewis has gotten the fight to go in the direction he wanted it to go. But Emmanuel Stewart still didn't seem happy between rounds. And Tyson again lands a left hook, but again Lewis is unfazed. Jab, jab, jab. Uppercut. That's been the Lewis pattern.
Lewis is fighting a smart fight, jabbing and tying Mike up on the inside. Jab on the wing, get the points. And him with the right hand.
Right hand. Right cross landed flush for Lewis. But Tyson took it well. He's got a good chin, Bobby.
Mike's got a good chin. He's pretty tough. You're not going to stop him in one shot. I don't think so. I really don't.
Another solid right cross, though. You can't take too many of those.
You sure can't knock him a man away. He's 250 pounds.
Tyson misses the left hook. Lewis counters effectively with the right. Big round for Lewis so far. Body shot by Lennox Lewis.
I think right now Mike Tyson's a little bit dazed. I think he's extremely confused.
He's not blocking Lewis's right hand, Bobby. Now some head movement. Tyson's confidence ebbing. Lewis is seeming to grow.
Mike seems to be loading up just a little too much, Jim. He's taking a fraction of his speed, all his punches, giving Lennox enough time to cover up. there, Mike came in with a jab and didn't do anything behind it. No hook, no right hand, no body work.
One punch at a time by Tyson. Another right hand lands flush and an uppercut as Lewis, just as he did with Michael Grant, effectively held Tyson's head in position with his left hand and hit him with the right.
And that is illegal. I'm surprised the referee didn't say anything. You can't do that, but it's done and over with.
If we can see it, we know Eddie Cotton can see it. Jab, jab. Tyson trying to duck inside, but not able to creatively attack.
Mike's not throwing enough punches. He wouldn't be able to tie his hands up if they were moving.
Another right hand flush. That one missed. Tyson lunging with the left hook. Lewis blocked it. Lands another right hand.
There were two right hands. They both would have just barely missed the mark. They glanced off each other's shoulders. That would have been explosive.
Bobby, is Mike becoming increasingly vulnerable to these right hands because of the cut on his eye?
I don't think it's the cut on his eye. I think he's confused. I think he's not making the adjustments. Mentally, it's not clicking in what he needs to do.
And more. Down goes Tyson. It's not going to be ruled a knockdown because Eddie Cotton is going to say that Lewis was holding him while he hit him. Lawrence Cole, what's the ruling here?
He got pushed down, so that would not be a knockdown. He leaned on his back after that punch was gone, and then he pushed him down. Oh, they're dicked up in a point.
Now Eddie Cotton is going to deduct a point.
He hit him in the
Lennox
back.
Lewis
The point was for hitting him in the back, I believe. He hit Mike, he helped push Mike down, and then he hit him in the back.
So Lewis loses a point.
Don't try to bite him. Get this motherfucker out of here, man.
Listen to Emmanuel.
He's ready to get caught with some crazy shit. Step it up, the man is finished.
Put them shits together, baby.
You ain't never took it to himself. Get your hands.
You cannot just run in. The right hand is down. When he jab, throw the right hand and no hook behind it. Okay? Just give me a deep breath, champ. Okay? You can give me another round like that.
Watch Lennox Lewis on the way in. Mike bends. Now he's on the top of him, and he punches him in the back as he pushed him down a little bit. The weight of a 250-pound man, a little tough. Here you see him, look, jump on the back of his neck, push him down, and hit him in the back. That's a foul. Technically, that's a clean foul. I mean, that punch was nowhere near hitting legal territory.
But in the round, Lennox Lewis landed a series of right-hand shots, and Mike Tyson did all but nothing.
Mike Tyson right now is having problems adjusting. This round is going to be indicative of how this fight could turn out. If Mike Tyson can come back in this round.
Tyson tries to counter Lewis's jab with the right hand, misses wildly. Lewis on target with another combination. Bobby, how do you have it scored so far?
Well, I had first round for Mike, the next three for Lennox Lewis, but because he lost the point, he's only ahead by 1 point. The last round I would have given him, but it drew even when they took the point away.
Now there's blood on Tyson's left eye. So both eyes are bleeding.
Stop punch. Come on, let's go. Get up.
Lewis, jab. Tyson, not busy.
Mike is resorting. You see Mike resorting to just bending and looking to leap in with a punch. David Tua made the same mistake. Mike's supposed to work him behind the jab. The jabs don't even have to land. He's got to hit him.
Cut by Lewis. And again, he holds Tyson's head while he hits. And Eddie Cotton says, don't do it.
Look at me. You gonna hold the punch? Don't do it again. I'm gonna take another point away. Let's go, Mike.
Mike Tyson's eyes are in bad shape, Bobby Chaz.
Mike Tyson's eyes are cut. They're starting to swell. Lennox Lewis is having his way. If Mike doesn't start to put some hurt back on Lennox, see, he can't stay out there. He's just got a jab, and even if the jab doesn't land, just use it as a gap closer.
But now there's a danger sign for Lewis. With Tyson hurt, Lewis seems to be waiting for one big shot now.
You know what? That's not a smart thing to do. I think he should just work the way he's been working. Work behind the jab like that.
He can win the fight easily just by sticking the jab, or so it would appear. Tyson hasn't looked dangerous for the last couple of rounds. Lewis moving. Tyson finally steps in and fires a body shot.
Mike has no work output right now. He's got to throw punches. He's being outworked, and he's being played with. He's being target practice. Not good for Mike Tyson.
Lewis able to load up on the uppercut and still landing it.
He's able to do whatever he wants. Mike's not posing a threat to him at any part of the combination execution.
It is rapidly becoming what some boxing experts predicted might be the case, a technical mismatch between a veteran fighter who's been in the ring the whole time against top opposition and has a lot of craft, and another guy who may well have squandered too much of his ability.
Because you got a dead man in front of you and you still doing this. Just let that shit go. This fight is over with. You gonna fuck around and let him catch you with some shit if you don't watch. This man is dead out there, but he wants to quit. And you out here playing.
No. Give me all you got 1 round. Just let me go hands. I just want your hands moving this round. Can you stay close to this man and get your hands moving this round for me?
Mike, you go out, you're fine.
No, I need your hands moving. You got too much distance. You let this guy jab the hell out of you. You got to move your hands. Now we got to win this.
Doing this, the man has said that let this shit go. Right hand over top, right hand uppercut.
Stay alert, Lynch.
Any longer this fight going, this man is dangerous. You better get him out of here.
Exactly.
Goddamn right. Now, this is ridiculous.
Stay alert. Hands up.
Get this fucking...
Lennox Lewis unloading at will. Here's a right uppercut that looks like opened the cut over the left eye of Mike Tyson. Turned it up nice and inside and followed with a little short inside right hook.
If Tyson's trainer, Ronnie Shields, seems disappointed and bewildered by his fighter's performance, Emmanuel Stewart is incensed, screaming at Lennox Lewis, you got a dead man in front of you, quit screwing around.
Well, what Emmanuel Stewart says is right to a degree. Not that he's a dead man, but when he has Mike on the ropes, close him out. Don't give him a chance to get back in the fight. He's dangerous at all times.
Now Lewis begins to expend more energy and again fires a right hand down the pipe.
Mike's just not punching. Mike's confused. The jab's in his face. Right hand's behind it. Lennox doing what he wants at his leisure.
How many right crosses can Mike Tyson take? That was big. Boy, Tyson's got a good chin.
Okay.
He's hit Mike Lee with some big punches, and he's a good puncher, Lennox Lewis. Mike's showing a rock chin.
When he hit David Tua with 2 of those shots in the first round, Tua didn't want much part of him from that point forward. Crunch with the body shot by Tyson. 1 punch at a time, though, won't get it done.
It absolutely won't. One and done. He's never going to win this fight.
Lewis misses with that right hand, begins to paw again with the jab, and Emmanuel Stewart gets another stricken look on his face in the Lewis corner.
Lennox Lewis is content right now to just stay outside, stick the jab, and not really try and put a hurting on Mike. And Emmanuel Stewart wants him to finish this.
Target practice. Handy from a baby. This is easy for Lewis. If he doesn't get caught with something big, he's going to walk to victory.
And Mike's going back. And when Mike's going back, he's not effective whatsoever.
Step on. Easy, nice and easy. Come on, step back. Come on, step back.
But remember, Tyson remains dangerous. He lost all of the first 4 rounds to Franz Botha on all 3 cards, and then knocked him out with a big shot in the 5th. However, Lewis is no Franz Botha.
Now, Lewis does not have the chin of Botha, but he's also a much better fighter, much better defensive fighter, much better offensive fighter, 10 times more dangerous, and right now, commanding the show.
There's a little mouse under the left eye of Lewis, so Tyson has done some damage with the right hand.
He landed 1 good right hand, a left uppercut, and a right hand over the top a little bit ago, but again, 1 and 2, 1 and done, not enough.
And you wonder how long Mike will be able to see effectively out of 2 eyes that are swelling rapidly. Round 6 of a scheduled 12. Uppercut lands plus again. And again, Lewis had time to load it and fire it.
Mike seems to be befuddled. He seems to be totally confused. And I think just a piece of him has gotten stuck.
I think Lewis is waiting in there because he thinks Mike is going to quit.
Keep throwing them damn uppercuts at him. He can't get away from him. Keep shooting uppercuts. What is this coming up?
7-8.
There's no way to where this man should be in here this long. And the longer he's in here, the dangerous it is. You keep working the jab, but you got to add to it. Every time you hesitate, you start to throw the shot, then you hesitate. Let the stuff go. The man ain't that dangerous. Finish the shot, go in.
And come back with your right hand. You understand? let your hands go. That's all we're telling you to do right now.
You can do it, brother.
Everybody can't talk in the corner.
You can do it.
One at a fucking time.
You can do it.
Listen,
That's
Mike,
fine, Mike. Don't worry about it.
be fast. You understand me?
Little scratch.
Faster.
Same replay, slow-mo. Left hand right to the temple, and then he just gets out of the way because Mike doesn't counter fast enough and doesn't really counter enough.
Well, if ever Mike Tyson needed one lightning shot, now's the time. Lennox Lewis seemingly building a lead on the scorecards, although with a point deducted for holding and hitting. Bobby, how do you have it through 6?
Well, right now, after 6, I have it 4-1 with 1 even because the 1 even round was the point taken. Lennox was clearly winning the round, but he fouled Mike. Right now, 58-55. It's a 3-point edge. Mike Tyson is quickly approaching the point of no return.
Another good right-hand shot for Lewis. Tyson not doing much of anything. Jab for Lewis. Tyson at range where he can't find it. Another big right hand. Target practice.
Don't show love. Don't show love.
Now Eddie Cotton finds another foul.
Well, Lennox Lewis pushed off with a forearm, which is technically illegal. It's not called an awful lot, but nonetheless illegal.
Biggest upset of the night.
Stop it.
Every warning by Cotton so far goes to Lennox Lewis. Mike Tyson hadn't been close to committing a foul.
He really hasn't. He's a little too docile tonight, all the way around. I see no meanness in his eyes.
Now blood trickling from the nose of Tyson, as well as both eyes. Oh, huge right hand by Lewis.
That was mostly blocked by Mike, but he's not offering up anything back. He threw a small left hook to the body, nothing there. Mike Tyson is being dictated to by the all-important Lennox Lewis jab and a good right hand with pinpoint accuracy tonight.
Mike Tyson is being dictated to by craft, technique, professional skill. That's what Lewis has in addition to his size.
And he certainly demonstrated some of the very best of it tonight.
Huge right hands. They're missing, they're glancing blows, but Tyson's doing nothing in return, and the blood and the swelling increasingly distracting to Mike.
Get out. Come on, get out. Come on.
I don't know if Mike Tyson has enough energy to do what he's going to need to do to win this fight by decision.
Low blow by Tyson. That's the first time he's had a foul. Eddie Cotton didn't see it.
Eddie Cotton was in a bad position behind Lennox Lewis. But Mike's not looking like he's on sturdy feet right now. His legs are squaring off. They're a little bit rubbery. And right now, he is getting teed off on him.
You know, you can't spend 5 years in Class C ball and then go pitch in the World Series. That's what Mike Tyson is finding out right here.
It just doesn't work that way.
Listen to me, champion. No, listen to me. Listen to me.
Why, Mike?
No.
Cuts are nothing.
No,
The
you
cuts
understand?
are
Listen to
nothing.
me. You're fighting for the heavyweight championship again. You understand? Not many
cuts are
people can
nothing.
do that. You understand? Now look, I'm not going to sit out there and just let you do this. You understand? You have to throw your punches. You understand? For God's sake, you have 2 hands. You understand? Just let your hands go. Yes, you can. No, let your hands go.
Listen,
I want your hands to move.
You done took this guy's best shot.
This guy got nothing for you.
The guy you took his best shot. This guy's getting tired. It's time for you to go to work, brother.
Come on, man.
Go to work.
You
You
train
took his
hard.
best shot.
Lennox Lewis using that jab and another right hand, left hook behind it, just constantly working a beautiful right hand over the jab. Lennox Lewis keeping Mike at bay with the jab. An overhead view. There's a poking little left. There comes the right hand over the jab. Mike not throwing enough punches to make Lennox worry about anything. Lennox doing what he wants.
Occasionally, Lewis has felt a significant punch from Tyson, thus the swelling under the left eye. But basically, Mike has thrown 1 punch at a time, and most of them ineffective. Lewis is the only man in the fight who's landed a combination. There's a 3-punch combination. There's another right cross. Mike just ducking, not firing.
Mike almost appears to be resolved that he's not going to win this fight. Let me just stand here and take one swing here and there, but it doesn't look like he's trying to win. You have to put yourself in a position to win by fighting. He's not fighting.
Ronnie Shields was trying to say to Tyson in a subtle way that he'll consider throwing in the towel if this gets worse. What a letdown it would be to the Tyson public to see Iron Mike throw in the towel.
There's a beautiful right hand to the body, but he should have come up top with the left hook.
Tyson trying to let his hands go, catches two huge uppercuts. Why did Eddie Cotton pull him off?
And I called him a knockdown. I think Mike's knee might have grazed the canvas. I'm not sure.
7, 8. You all right, Mike? Come on, you have to go, Mike.
So it's being counted as a knockdown because there's no standing 8 count in effect. Tyson's glove must have been seen to touch the canvas. First knockdown of the fight. Now Lewis goes for the knockout. Hurts Tyson with the right hand. Tyson grabbing and holding on.
Almost half the round is left. I don't know if Mike has enough to keep Lennox open.
8, 9.
He's out. Lennox Lewis knocks out Mike Tyson and banishes him from the upper stratosphere of the heavyweight division right now.
The worst performance of Mike's life.
He was in against a guy who was way too good.
Last man standing.
So even though Emmanuel Stewart thought it should have gone quicker, Lennox Lewis gets the last laugh. His wisdom plays out. He played it coolly in the ring, and he waited until Mike was most vulnerable and took him out.
Lennox didn't take any stupid chances. It's a smart move. It was smart boxing. He dominated Mike from start to finish. Mike never got on track, and Lennox didn't let him get a chance to get in the game.
Would you call that one of the better Lewis's performance you've seen?
That may be the best performance I've seen Lewis to date.
And it answers the question of who's the best heavyweight for now, doesn't it?
Does for me.
Here's the knockout, Bobby.
You watch the right uppercut. He hurts Mike with it, and then hits him with a beautiful left uppercut following. Mike there, I wasn't sure if the right knee touched. I thought it didn't, but evidently Eddie Cotton thought it did. We'll watch his left uppercut lift up right on Mike's jaw. You see his legs buckle, and I still can't. His knee did not hit the canvas. He does not go down.
Moot point.
He does not go down. There's no standing 8 count. Eddie Cotton made a
if
mistake.
he didn't go down, then in effect the knockdown count was at benefit to Tyson because it gave him a chance to recover.
And here's the end. Mike is caught with another right hand, and this is it. He is done. That one a la Hasim Rahman too.
Well, it took Buster Douglas 10 rounds to knock out Mike Tyson. It took Evander Holyfield 9+. Lennox Lewis gets it done in the 8th.
7+.
7+. And the Lewis right hand now ranks as the dominant weapon in the heavyweight division, as he showed tonight.
That he did, and he has just done a lot to seal his legacy in the Hall of Fame for the future.
Walking past us right now, a very happy Violet Lewis, Lennox's mother, who's been with him all the way through his championship run. Lennox Lewis, world junior champion, Olympic gold medalist, 3-time heavyweight champion, knockout conqueror of Mike Tyson. What else could he prove, Bobby?
Right now, there's not much he can prove. I'm sure he wants to be undisputed one more time. I'm not sure the winner of Ruiz or Kirk Johnson will face him, but I'll bet you that's what comes out of his mouth in the interview.
He'd be a heavy favorite over either. Here are the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight here in Memphis, Tennessee, the legacy of a 3-time heavyweight champion has been embraced as the referee reaches the count of 10 at 2 minutes, 25 seconds of round number 8. The winner by knockout victory and still the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the pride of Great Britain, Lennox Lewis.